Look at that! What a brilliant piece of work from Connor McDavid.
Sees part for Crosby to the goal. He scores!
Every once in a while, an NHL player comes in who will change the game inside and out. One of those players is Connor McDavid. The 27-year-old center of the Edmonton Oilers is an unbelievable talent, and today we will take an in-depth look at the story of his rise to stardom.
Connor McDavid.
Connor McDavid.
Connor McDavid.
This guy's special.
And the winner of the Hart Memorial Trophy is Connor McDavid.
Connor McDavid is arguably one of the most skilled players in hockey history. Over his 706 career NHL games, the 2015 first overall pick has amassed 1,078 points, including 366 goals and 712 assists. Despite being only 27 years old, McDavid boasts an impressive array of awards: 6 Art Ross trophies, 1 Maurice Rocket Richard trophy, 3 Ted Lindsay trophies, and 2 Hart trophies. However, to truly grasp McDavid's greatness, we must look back at his childhood even before he gained fame in the OHL. By the time Connor McDavid was 13, he was already turning heads with his impressive skills on the ice and being touted as a phenom in the world of minor league hockey. McDavid started skating at just 3 years old and never looked back, with his eyes set on becoming a star from an early age. In 2005, when the OHL introduced the exceptional player status, he confidently told his mom he would be leaving home at 15 to play junior hockey. With these big goals in mind, McDavid centered his life around the sport. "It hasn't been a job because I love it so much, but it's been a main focus since I was just 2, he said. His coaches, his parents, and he himself knew he was different from other players his age. "Those kids are normal kids. They think about other things. You're a little bit different," his mother later had said. After winning 4 Ontario Minor Hockey Association championships, Connor McDavid took his talents to a higher level, excelling in the Greater Toronto Hockey League with the Toronto Marlboros. Over 120 games, he amassed an incredible 286 points and earned the 2011-12 GTHL Player of the Year award. This performance caught the attention of the OHL, where he was granted exceptional status, achieving his childhood dream at just 15 years old. McDavid was selected first overall in the 2012 OHL draft by the Erie Otters. With hype surrounding him like no other prospect before, McDavid exceeded expectations in his first season with the Otters, recording 66 points in 63 games, earning a place on the OHL First All-Rookie team and winning the OHL Rookie of the Year award. However, this was just the beginning for McDavid. The following season, he lit up the league with 99 points in just 56 games and added 19 points in 15 playoff games. This outstanding performance earned him both the CHL and OHL Scholastic Player of the Year trophies. McDavid's continued success in junior hockey made NHL teams realize that he wasn't just another projected #1 pick, he was the next big star. Before the start of the 2014-15 season, the hype around McDavid was at its peak. In his final season with the Otters, he didn't disappoint, scoring 120 points in 47 games and adding 49 points in 20 playoff games. By the end of his OHL career, McDavid had amassed an impressive 285 points in just 166 games. His remarkable success in junior hockey earned him numerous accolades, including 12 junior hockey awards. They include With such an outstanding junior career, the 2015 NHL Draft quickly became known as the Connor McDavid Sweepstakes, as drafting a player of his caliber was considered a prize beyond imagination. At the end of the 2014-15 NHL season, the Buffalo Sabres finished last in the league with 54 points, giving them the best odds for the #1 overall pick. Sabres fans were ecstatic, acting as if they had won the Stanley Cup after years of disappointment. The prospect of drafting Connor McDavid promised better days ahead, with fans even making their own McDavid jerseys in anticipation of welcoming the young phenom to Buffalo. On April 18, 2015, hockey fans around the world eagerly awaited the draft lottery results, and to everyone's amazement, the Edmonton Oilers jumped from 3rd to 1st, winning their 3rd draft lottery in 6 years. The first overall pick in the 2015 NHL Draft belonged to the Edmonton Oilers, giving them the chance to draft one of the greatest players of all time. The Oilers didn't just win the draft lottery, they won the opportunity to select an extraordinary talent. Despite the enormous hype and being labeled as a generational talent and the best player to come out of the draft since Mario Lemieux, McDavid remained grounded and focused. June 26th finally arrived, and the crowd went silent as Peter Chiarelli stepped up to the podium.
The Edmonton Oilers would like to select with their first pick from the Erie Otters, Connor McDavid.
As expected, Connor McDavid became an Edmonton Oiler. Just days after the draft, Oilers fans were thrilled to see McDavid practicing with the team, giving him a warm welcome as they all knew he was the new face of the franchise. McDavid scored his first NHL goal in just his third game, tipped shot. Although the goal wasn't spectacular, comparisons to Wayne Gretzky immediately began. In fact, some fans drew direct parallels, noting McDavid's goal and celebration in an Oilers jersey mirrored Gretzky's own first NHL goal. The similarities were uncanny right down to the jersey tuck. Scoring at a point-per-game pace during his rookie season, McDavid earned the nickname McJesus, a testament, no pun intended, to the high expectations placed upon the 18-year-old. However, McDavid's impressive start was abruptly halted when he broke his left clavicle, sidelining him indefinitely. The impact was severe, and it was clear he would be out for months, not weeks. This news was heartbreaking, leaving fans and teammates devastated. When McDavid returned to the lineup 3 months later, it was clear that he had come back stronger and more determined than ever. He continued to play at an elite level, scoring 36 points in 32 games after returning from injury, finishing the season with 48 points in 45 games. Despite slim chances of winning the Calder Trophy for the league's top rookie, McDavid still finished third in voting. He was named the NHL Rookie of the Month 3 times and was selected for the NHL All-Rookie team at the end of the year. Before the start of McDavid's second NHL season, he was named captain of the Edmonton Oilers, becoming the youngest NHL captain in history. That season, McDavid truly broke out, tallying 100 points and helping the Oilers reach the second round of the playoffs, where they eventually lost to the Anaheim Ducks. McDavid won the Art Ross Trophy as the league's top scorer and the Ted Lindsay Award as the league's best player, as voted by the players, and earned his first NHL All-Star Game selection. The next season, he improved further, scoring 108 points and taking home the same accolades. The 2018-19 season saw McDavid score a remarkable 116 points, securing his first Hart Memorial Trophy. However, shades of his rookie season reappeared when McDavid collided with the post in one of the last games of the year, injuring his knee. After seeking medical advice in Colorado, it was revealed that McDavid had suffered a full PCL tear, torn meniscus on both sides of the knee, a cracked fibula, and an apocryphal muscle torn right off the bone. When the news broke, there were concerns about his career. McDavid commented, "I'm a 22-year-old kid at the time, and you never want to miss a season or go through a surgery like that. I'm not going to call it risky, but there are lots of questions. It's not like an ACL where doctors can do that almost in their sleep. It's a PCL, and that's a surgery that only a few people can do." McDavid sought another medical opinion in Los Angeles, which recommended rehab over surgery. Dr. Mark Lindsay oversaw his recovery process, which included wearing a knee brace, doing rehab exercises, and undergoing regular MRIs. McDavid was able to return to on-ice work by August. Picking up right where he left off, he scored 97 points in 64 games during the shortened season due to the outbreak of COVID-19. Despite the NHL pausing the season due to the coronavirus, the Oilers were eligible for the qualifying playoff round in August 2020. Although McDavid put up 9 points in 4 games, the Oilers were knocked out in the preliminary round by the Chicago Blackhawks. The next year was similar for Connor McDavid. He led the league in points, won the Hart Trophy, won the Ted Lindsay Award, but the Oilers lost in the first round of the playoffs again. At the beginning of the 2021-22 season, there were no COVID restrictions in place, giving McDavid free reign over the entire NHL. He scored a career-high 123 points and won the Art Ross Trophy once more. However, for McDavid, the regular season didn't matter as much as winning 16 games after that 82. McDavid started the playoffs with a flying start, recording 14 points in a hard-fought 7-game series against the LA Kings. In the next round, he notched 12 points in 5 games against their Alberta rivals, the Calgary Flames. However, the Oilers' season ended in the conference finals as they lost to the eventual Stanley Cup champions. This loss fueled the fire burning inside Connor McDavid. Last year, he had the first 150-point season since Mario Lemieux, recording 64 goals and 89 assists for 153 points. With these numbers, he secured the Art Ross Trophy, the Rocket Richard Trophy, and likely the Hart and Ted Lindsay Awards. However, as he has said before, while the individual accolades are nice, his ultimate goal is to bring a Stanley Cup to Edmonton, just as Wayne Gretzky did. But can Edmonton win the title this year? Because it's been a while since they've done so. After becoming the dominant Canadian powerhouse in the NHL's Western Conference, the Edmonton Oilers look to extend their winning ways against the Dallas Stars in the Western Conference Finals of the 2024 NHL Stanley Cup playoffs. In the first round, Edmonton crushed the Los Angeles Kings 4-1 to move into round 2. In round 2, Edmonton seemed to have lost some momentum as the Oilers fell to a 3-2 deficit. But then in Game 6, the Oilers finally got their momentum back and clinched the last couple series games, securing a Western Conference Finals spot. Offensively, Edmonton has thrived by maintaining a fast pace. Zach Hyman has been especially dominant, scoring 4 goals against the Canucks. Additionally, Edmonton boasts one of the NHL's top offensive defensemen. Evan Bouchard is matching Hyman's output with 4 goals against the Canucks and is having a historic postseason for a defenseman, accumulating 20 points in just 12 games. For reference, an Edmonton Oiler holds the record for points by a defenseman in the playoffs, Paul Coffey, who had 12 goals and 25 assists for 37 points in 18 games back in 1985. Despite holding a 1-2 record against the Stars during the regular season, Edmonton aims to prove they are the favorites to win in the West. Their regular season sweep by the Canucks should diminish their chances against the Stars. If Edmonton maintains their high pace, they will be a formidable opponent. The Oilers had excellent opportunities by keeping up the pace against the Canucks in round 2. With recent performances in mind, Zach Hyman, Evan Bouchard, and Ryan Nugent-Hopkins are projected to lead in scoring. Additionally, Connor McDavid, Leon Draisaitl, and Mattias Ekholm are expected to push the team towards victory. Bouchard was also one of the leading scorers against the Stars during the regular season. Defensively, Edmonton still has significant work to do. Goalie Stuart Skinner has improved his performance to help clinch recent games, but the Oilers lack a consistent goaltender. In round 2, Skinner averaged an .833 save percentage, while Artur Shilos of Vancouver posted an impressive .882 save percentage, even in a losing effort. If the Oilers can boost their team save percentage, they could be frontrunners for the Cup. Evan Bouchard might be the most underrated defenseman on the Oilers, largely because of his offensive prowess. His 20 points this postseason demonstrate that a solid defense can indeed be the best offense. If the Oilers can alleviate some pressure on Skinner, they should have no trouble breaking through the Stars' defense. This season, Edmonton allowed 236 goals, placing them 10th in the league defensively. While not the best, this is a 20-goal improvement over last season. If the Oilers can continue to prevent goals while maintaining their high-scoring offense, they stand a strong chance of winning the Stanley Cup. There's no doubt that the Edmonton Oilers have iced some of the best teams in NHL history. Unfortunately for their storied franchise, it hasn't claimed a great deal of success since its last title in 1989-1990. Since that season, Edmonton's point percentage is in the bottom 20s in the league, and only 2 teams have more total losses than Edmonton. The period between 2006-07 and 2018-19 were particularly grim, as the club made just 1 playoff appearance, bowing out in the second round. As long as Connor McDavid and Leon Draisaitl are on the Oilers, this team has a legitimate shot to win it all, and they have a quality squad this year. In the short term, Edmonton looks like a real threat to end their cup drought. However, they must do it now, this season, because the future is somewhat uncertain for the Edmonton Oilers. Leon Draisaitl is under contract for only 2 more seasons and is expected to receive a significant raise from his $8.5 million cap hit. Connor McDavid's contract has 3 years remaining, and the pressure to extend one or both of these superstars is mounting. If Edmonton fails to secure long-term deals for them, their championship window could close quickly. However, signing both to the lucrative deals they deserve would likely lead to further salary cap challenges. While fitting 2 of the NHL's best players under the cap is a problem most teams would love to have, the contract situations of McDavid and Draisaitl make it difficult to project the Oilers' competitiveness deep into the 2020s. Although both players are still relatively young, the uncertainty surrounding their contracts creates more unknowns compared to teams with their young cores secured, such as the New Jersey Devils. Additionally, due to their relative success during McDavid's tenure, the Oilers haven't had too many high draft picks, resulting in a below-average prospect pool. There are no obvious homegrown stars poised to take over, though players like Dylan Holloway and Philip Broberg might soon play more significant roles. The Oilers are essentially locked into their current roster, and while this isn't necessarily a bad position, it suggests that Edmonton's best chance to break through and win a championship is in the very immediate future. And Connor McDavid is mature and more than able to do that. From his exceptional status in the OHL to being selected first overall in the NHL Draft, McDavid has exceeded all expectations and has already put together a Hall of Fame career. Beyond his individual achievements, McDavid's impact on the sport of hockey and his ability to inspire a new generation of young players truly set him apart. As he continues to shine on the ice, there is no doubt that the legend of Connor McDavid will only continue to grow. We hope you enjoyed the video. Let us know what you thought about it in the comments below. Thank you for watching, like and subscribe, and we'll see you next time.
The show-stopping BMW i4 is electricity in its most powerful form, an impressive range, and the power of over 500 horses. BMW, the ultimate electric driving machine. Lease BMW i4 for $499 per month.
What's up, PK?
What's up, gang?
How's it going, man? Thanks for joining us. You sound good. You look great.
Joining in the robe, too.
Hell of a flight over yesterday, but I got through it.
Yeah, something scary happened on the plane?
Nothing scary. I think everybody was a little bit scared when I was face down in my seat, but other than that, no.
You got caught sleeping. It's a weird way to sleep. Who sleeps on their nose?
I think what had happened was I had a nice lean, and then at some point, I lost touch with the outside of my seat. And Emily Kaplan, who sits beside me, I'm sure she was avoiding me at all costs because I was leaning over halfway into her seat, and somehow I think I was moved. Somehow I ended up face down. So, the guys had fun with it, and as they should. But I was out cold. That was not staged. That's 100%. That's a real picture. That's something that I'm going to have to understand. It's going to live on forever. And I'm happy. I'm happy about it. It is what it is. Sometimes you just get caught slipping.
I'll ask you again, who sleeps on their nose?
I don't know another person who does that.
I don't.
So.
Put it on the poll, please.
I don't.
Put it on the poll,
I
Juju,
don't.
at Le Batard Show. Do you know anyone who sleeps on their nose? What can you tell us about the robe that you're present? Is that Four Seasons? That looks like a fine quality robe.
It's a Fairmont. It's a Fairmont here in Edmonton. Fairmont has the best beds, best robes as far as I'm concerned. I mean, every time I sleep in one of these beds, I get a crazy shutdown, and the robes are A1 robes. So this is Fairmont stuff right here I got on today.
I want to play for you here some sound that we delighted in the other day. Somehow I'm getting blamed for takes from Greg Cody that I simply don't endorse here. But let's play this sound here for PK and for the audience.
I think the Conn Smythe Trophy, the MVP of the playoffs, should go to the best team in the playoffs, and that's the team that wins the Stanley Cup. That's my opinion. But there is no question, Dan Le Batard Show included, anybody else, that this guy is the best player on the planet.
Now, I've got to yell at you because you told us the last time you were on with us that Barkov was the best player on the planet.
No, I said Barkov was the best two-way player on the planet. He ain't the best player.
It's different.
He's not.
Good clarification.
It's different.
Yeah.
So is Connor so much better at offense that he's the better player in the world, even though he doesn't play defense as well as Barkov?
Well, first, Sasha Barkov is one of my favorite players to watch. Not only because of what he does on the ice, because of some of the charitable initiatives he's also involved in off the ice, which a lot of people don't really know about. So I know some people from Sasha's team because I used some of the same people when I was playing. His game, there's no one like Sasha Barkov in the league. The closest player that you can maybe say, maybe it would have been Anze Kopitar, in his heyday. But Sasha Barkov is by far the best two-way player in the game right now. It's not even close. But when it comes to Connor McDavid, cut everybody, take everybody off the table. He stands alone with his skill set and his ability, and now his leadership skills that he's showing on the biggest stage in the world for his sport, one of the biggest stages for sports in the world. It's separating himself from a lot of people, and actually not just separating himself from the rest of his peers, putting himself in a category with all-time greats. So, unless you are doing that and doing it the way that he's doing it, because he's doing it statistically, and then he's doing it with the eye test, right? So he gets the double thumbs up. He gets the double thumbs up. Statistically and with the eye test, he's been absolutely remarkable. So he's definitely the greatest player in the world right now, and I think he's going to go down as maybe the greatest when it's all said and done, his skill set. I mean, Wayne Gretzky's Wayne Gretzky, but Connor McDavid, I think there's a place for him on Mount Rushmore when it's all said and done.
This has been a difficult series to break down and try to rein in the emotion, because when it was 3-0, that probably wasn't the deserved result to that point. And now people, understandably, when there's an 8-1 on the board and when you go up 3-0 in Game 5, you're going to overreact probably the other way.